Hi guys, Maikeru here. Meet Sir Camelock, my brand new Xtreme 1 chunk account. Living up to my name, I'll be starting in the Camelot chunk. What's a chunk, you may be asking? Well, the game map has been divided into 64 by 64 square chunks, and in this game mode I have to do literally everything possible in a chunk before moving on and rolling a next chunk at random that connects to my current chunks. For example, here is my map start with the Camelot chunk. When I roll my next chunk, if I land on Sir's village, there's a 99 firemaking cape in that chunk, so I have to go ahead and get chopping trees and firemaking logs to be able to purchase that cape. And for example, with my other skills, I have to do the highest thing in those as well, not just the 99 capes. So the highest resource I have available to me for fletching would be U-logs. The highest thing to make with U-logs is a U-longbow unstrung, which is 70 fletching. So I would have to go ahead and get 70 fletching and do the highest possible thing with that resource. If I was to roll the chunk to the south afterwards, I'd then get bowstrings unlocked and magic trees unlocked, and I would have to make a magic longbow and string it. Then that would be my highest resource now. When I say everything needs to be complete in the chunk before rolling the next one, I do mean everything. Huge shout out to Mr. Limpwort, who has inspired me to take on this challenge with his Xtreme rule set, as I've been following his series for years now and is absolutely awesome. And the source chunk website that's been made around this is so awesome. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to try this yourself. And there's even a plugin that makes this game mode feel so realistic and actually like part of the game. It's so much fun. Now without further ado, let's get into this chunk, man, and get grinding. Alright, I ran straight over here to Camelot. I'm dropping all of my items from Tutorial Island. And now I am ready for my 1 chunk journey. So this starting chunk, my chunk goals in the Camelot chunk is to start Merlin's Crystal. I think I can do 2 parts of it. And that's literally it. Let's go do it. I have done 2 parts of Merlin's Crystal. The next part makes me try and go up these stairs, which is clearly not in my chunk. Also, this plugin is so cool. The fact that it's grayed it out is so sick. I love this. So without further ado, let's do our first chunk roll. I don't think this will be too impactful if I roll 1 or 2, but if I roll 3, that's going to be a long chunk with Sir's village. And okay, we just gotten to the south. I don't think there's many chunk goals here, but there'll be a couple. So the chunk goals in Cathbury Docks are as follows. I have to cook a rabbit, which I buy from charter ships. I have to buy a candle from the store, as it's a diary task. I need to get 5 defense and purchase a Tyrus helm, as it's my best in slot helm, again from the charter ship trader. I need to pickpocket and kill men. Obviously, men are like my only source of GP, so that'll be the way that I buy the stuff from the stores. And killing them gives me my best in slot gear, a 1 in 64 chance for a bronze med helm, which is my best in slot range helm, and then a 1 in 128 for an iron dagger, which will be my first ever weapon on the account, so that would be nice. Let's dig our teeth into this one. I know it's only a couple of minutes into this video and I've said it already, but this plugin is so sick, man. The fact that I can type in the chunk or select it on the map or whatever and enable it so it's not grey anymore. Oh, that feeling is so cool. Look at that. Now it's opened up and I can run through freely with no issues and go to Cathbury Docks. Alright, time to start pickpocketing the man a bunch and see how much GP I can get and how quickly it goes. Alright, I pickpocketed the man until I had 1 HP, and that gave me 90 GP. So let's go buy some stuff from the store real quick. I can purchase the rabbit, it's only 50 coins. I mean, why not? I can get that chunk task done right now. Wait. I can't actually access this house for the range, so I can't cook the rabbit. I guess I'll hold on to the rabbit until I can cook it. Sure, I just wasted 50 GP. The chunk picker lied to me. Although one thing that I can do is rake a farming patch by purchasing a rake from this woman, and then it should give me a bit of farming XP. I'm probably going to need to do farming at some point, so why not rake patches and get a bit of XP? I know raking patches isn't technically a training method for farming. Even for an Xtreme 1 chunk, it's a bit too crazy, I believe, so I won't have to do this to train, but I would have to do it to get the level to then train it, I guess. So I'll get my first starting levels here. I don't know whether that made sense and I just rambled, but yeah, good. Moving on. Alright, a candle is 3 coins. That is that task done. Easy life. Oh, my first random event on this account. Dude, I love that random events are even more beneficial on a 1 chunk than any other account. So this is pretty epic. I'm already feeling good about this Bob random. Now give me fishing XP. Look at that. 7 fishing off the bat. Thank you, Bob. So I bought some bananas from the charter ship for food so I could just continuously pickpocket, and then I should easily profit coins and get a bunch of GP so then I can buy the Tyrus helm. I was just doing a little bit of theory crafting looking at this store, and I saw that it has a knife and pineapples. I remember making pineapple pizzas on my Ironman, and you can slice the pineapple into 4 pineapple pieces, and each piece heals the same as a banana. So I'm getting 4 times the healing for the same price. Feels good. That'll be my food to get enough GP from men and pickpocketing. Here we go. I've got 1,400 coins. The Tyrus helm is 1,375. We have the Tyrus helm. We can't wear it yet because I need 5 defense, but we have it. If I buy a bronze pickaxe from this store, is that better than my fists? I've come to the conclusion that the bronze pickaxe sucks, and I think my fists are just better. So I'm just going to punch this guy instead. I'm also using the pineapple as food for the men, so that will help me a decent amount as well. Also, you guys have probably noticed at the bottom left, I am an Ultimate Ironman, but I won't be for long. When I made this account, I accidentally chose Ultimate Ironman, and then you have to wait 7 days for it to go back to a normal Iron, and yeah, I'm waiting 7 days. I already got membership on this account, so like, I can't make a new one. Yo, bronze med helm. Yo, that was pretty quick. I can actually wear that one, even though I can't wear the Tyrus helm. It's also got no negative range bonus, which is why it's best in slot range, and Tyrus isn't. Oh, we're raking in that XP. Level 2 farming already. Sorry for the pun. There was a dragon imple in there, bro. Oh, man. That feels bad. Whoa, I got the iron dagger as well. I have a weapon on this account? I don't know, man. I never thought I'd be excited over an iron dagger in my life, but apparently I'm excited over it. Yep, let's go. Dude, I am rinsing this man. Look at that. Absolutely shanking him. Welcome to London, buddy. I figured I'd quickly train to 5 defense with the dagger, and there it is. I have the Tyrus helm. Honestly, that actually kind of looks cool. I like the Tyrus helm. Sign me up. That also means that's all of my chunk tasks done. Time to roll a new one. Alright, so with good old Limpwart's rule set, I've unlocked charter ships, but I can't go to any ship that's accessible by land, which means I think the only ship I can go to is Port Piscarelius, and that would be in Corend because I can't get there any other way. I can't charter ship to Ardy, for example, because I can get to Ardy via land if I just keep rolling to the south. Hello, post Maikeru here. There is one little mistake I made on this roll, but I didn't make it again, and that was the same mistake Limpwart made because I hadn't seen his newest video at this time of recording, where he didn't roll the chunk for Karumja at Musa Point. So I thought it wasn't part of it, but it actually is. So I'm also going to correct myself like Limpwart did in every future roll, and I'll be rolling good old Camelot Docks. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Alright, so the chunk picker is telling me that I have 2 diaries, one being pick 5 flax, and one being speak to Sherlock. Sure. Hello, Sherlock. Nice to meet you, buddy. Hello. Good day. Then pick some flax. There is 5 flax. Okay, back to the chunk roller. I wonder if I'll be like Limpwart and I just won't roll to his village for years, because he didn't roll his first chunk behind Lumbridge for literal years. Let's see. Time to roll. Ooh, okay, our first proper grind and our proper chunk. Cathbury Docks. You know what that means? That means a lot of fishing and cooking. So, looking at the chunk goals and breaking down this chunk, we are going to need to fish a shark, right? Obviously, that is the highest tier resource in this area. That requires 76 fishing. But then we are also going to have to cook it. Then that requires 80 cooking as well. But, 80 cooking just comes with 76 fishing, let's face it. And then I've also unlocked the fletching shop, which sells a bunch of cool stuff. I can get studded body, chaps, oak, short bow, leather gloves, leather boots, and they're all my best in slot, armor. That will also require 20 defense and 5 range. They also sell a normal short bow, so I can train range to get the oak short bow, which is nice. Then for the other fishing goals, the ones that are going to take me the longest are definitely the big fish. I need to get a big bass, which is a 1 in 1,000 when net fishing. I need to get a big swordfish, which is a 1 in 2,500 when catching a swordfish while harpoon fishing. And then the good old big shark. That is a 1 in 5,000 while fishing sharks. So I'm going to need to get a little bit higher than 76 fishing most likely. And I think if I go drop rate on the big shark, big swordfish, and big bass, I should end on 80 or 81 fishing. So that sounds pretty good to me. Although obviously fishing sharks is pretty slow, so it's going to take a while. One thing I will say is obviously the 99 fletching cape is in this chunk. So you're probably thinking, oh, why did he not say he's getting 99 fletching? It's an extreme 1 chunk. Well, I would get 99 fletching, but I cannot. I have no access to an axe, and I have no access to logs or any way of training fletching, which then means I cannot get 99 fletching, and it will be backlogged. Although that does mean if I roll, for example, the Sears Village chunk, there is a bronze axe there, so instead of just having to get the level 2 fletch use, I would need to get 99 fletching. So I will have to get 99 fletching soon enough. Okay, let's venture into this chunk. My inventory is full of herbs and stuff from men. It's going to hurt me a little bit to have to drop this, being an Ultimate Ironman still. I'm still an Ultimate Ironman for a couple of days before I downgrade, so I'm just going to drop this. I'm going to be killing 1 million men and women in the future, I'm sure. In-game, obviously. Yeah, I'll clear that up. With my GP, I'm going to buy a short bow. I don't really have money for anything at the moment. Iron arrows are 3 GP. I think bronze arrows are 1 GP. So I'll probably end up buying bronze arrows because they're not that much weaker than iron. And we'll just train up with the bronze arrows I've got from men so far anyway and start shooting these guys. I need to get 5 range, so that's fine. I also need to get 20 range, actually, because I need to wear the studded body and legs, which requires range and defense. Alright, I got 5 range, and I can buy an oak short bow. We can equip that bad boy, and look at that. Chunk task done. Hey! Also going to buy some bronze arrows as well, as I've got a bunch of GP now. And yeah, let's level up range a bit more, and I can also use range to level up defense, probably, with long range. And I'll do both at the same time. There is 20 range, so I believe I can wear the studded chaps, but not the body yet. So we will just continue training with long range and get 20 defense. Dude, I've been thieving the men for GP so I can buy these items, and I'm already 26 thieving. Actually goes really quickly. I'm happy with that. There we go. We got the studded body and the studded chaps now with the GP from Big Pocket and Men. We can wear the chaps, like I said, but yeah, we got to wait for the body. I also got a strength potion from a Dr. Jekyll random. I guess that will help if I want to train up my melee stats. I'm going to be burying every single bone I get from men, I think, because the quicker I can get protection prayers, the better. I know it's not good experience now, but, it's something. I am 13 prayers, so we're kind of already there. Oh, man, this has to be probably the best random for one chunks, if not close to the best. Maybe you would class lamps as better, like the dunce random as well. But this can give you a mystery box for the odd one out. And that mystery box can give you all sorts of goodies. I believe it can even give you a rune spear, a mithril scimitar, a bunch of good stuff that can really, really help with the grind, especially when you can't get those items otherwise. So what's the mystery box going to give me? Yo! My first ever mystery box, I got something useful, bro. Oh, that still play body looks kind of cool, and I wouldn't have got that any other way. See, that's such a good random. Oh my, I'm getting excited over a still play body, bro. What is wrong with me? It's a video game. And there is 20 defense when training range with long range, and there is the study body equipped. If this is not peak absolute gamer, then honestly, I don't know what is. I also got to 25 range when training with long range. So that's quite nice. I'm going to buy a fishing rod and a bunch of bait to start, and I'm just going to rod fish until I can do like net fishing or something. Let's get cracking. We're level 10 fishing now, so we can get herring as well as our sardines. We're moving up in the world. We can now do big net fishing, and catching a mackerel was actually a task which we needed to do. And also we got leather gloves and leather boots, which are part of our best in slot gear setup. So level 48 fishing coming in, which means I can actually catch bass. Wait, it didn't tell me I could catch bass. Okay, well, it was 46 fishing for bass, and I was wrong, and I also can't say bass, apparently, because I have no idea what I just said. But we're moving on. We're going to get some bass fishing now. I believe it's a diary task to fish and cook it, and then also the big bass, which is a 1 in 1,000, is going to need to be got. So I'm going to do bass until I get a big bass, then move on to fishing swordfish until I get a big swordfish, and then obviously big shark to finish it off. Alright, so I am now net fishing. I'm going to try and get that bass. I'm going to record for the first one because it's obviously the area task. What? Okay, alright, bro. That is insanity. That's a 1 in 1k, and I got it on my first ever fish. And what's even funnier is that doesn't even count for the diary task, bro. I didn't even tell that. What? I actually haven't got the diary task done. And I've got the big bass. That just shows that it literally was my first ever catch, and I'm not even lying. That is madness. There we go, right? I actually caught a bass this time, and as you can see, it says Achievement Diary Stage 1 complete, which then means I just need to go cook it. So, yeah, that is actually mental that I got that on the first one. I'm not complaining, though. That is a chunk task done. Quite a difficult chunk task as well, because you get so many different fish from it. It's amazing. Oh, of course, I burnt the bass. So now we're going to go fish another one. And it cooked this time. Lovely. All right, so we are done with that diary task. I guess we just move on to swordfish as soon as we hit 50 fishing and try and get a big swordfish. Level 50 fishing. So now we can start actually getting swordfish with this harpoon fishing, and we're just going to AFK a bunch and see where it takes us.
Wait! No way! Bro, I'm waiting for Cox on this account, and look what... New pet has automatically been insured if lost. It can be reclaimed from Pro Beta and RD. I literally just got heron at level 51 fishing. What? That's crazy. This account's nuts. That is actually nuts. We take that. That was that. 117,000 experience. Look at that.
I finally have access to a bank. I am not an Ultimate Ironman anymore, so I can put all of this stuff in my bank and actually have a full inventory to fish with and such. I kept a medium clue that was in Cathbury, and then obviously I've got like my best in stock gear and stuff. I also got a Cosmic Talisman from a casket when doing net fishing, and a bunch of GP. I'm at 5k GP, and most of that was from caskets, so that's cool. So yeah, now it's time to just use the bank and actually bank my fish. I obviously kept the big bass as well. I've kind of been neglecting farming, I'm not going to lie. I've just been AFK fishing, but there is level 5. Level 67 fishing coming in. No big swordfish as of yet, but that's okay. Ooh, another quiz random. Can we get something good again? Mystery box is going to give me... Oh, a casket. I mean, I guess that's not good because I've already fished so many of those up, and the casket gave me 40 coins. 73 fishing coming in. No big swordfish yet, but yeah, I've just been banking all of my fish. I haven't been cooking it now. As you can see, I'm 73 fishing and 59 cooking, because I'm just going to fish until I have sharks unlocked and the big swordfish, etc. So then when I go to cook everything, I can cook from the lowest tier upwards. So if I cook tuna to start, I'll have a less burn chance on swordfish when I get there. 76 fishing, so I technically can do sharks now. But I don't think I will, because I still don't have the good old big swordfish yet. And I fished around 5,000 swordfish or so I'm double the rate currently. I think what I will do, though, is I'll just fish from, like, whatever's near me. So if there's a shark near me and I just want to AFK, I can just click that after the swordfish despawns. But I'll prioritize swordfish as the higher level I get for sharks, the better they'll be. 78 fishing coming in. Still no good old big swordfish. But yeah, like you can see in my inventory, I've just been kind of alternating between swordfish and shark, whatever's closest to me, and I've just been fishing it. In my bank, I have 7,000 swordfish now, and I did drop some before I could use the bank. So yeah, I've probably fished a good, maybe nearly 8k swordfish. So I'm pretty dry. It's like nearly 3 times the rate. It's the big bass coming to bite me back, dude. I got too swooned on that one. 80 fishing coming in. I'm sure it will come soon. And come soon it did. I'm still 80 fishing, and I got the big swordfish. Let's go. That's actually a really interesting model. It kind of looks funky as heck, but we finally got it, and it took nearly 10,000 swordfish, so that was nearly 4 times rate, dude. That's just big sigh of relief, honestly. Oh, I looked over, and I saw it. Look at that shark in my inventory. Oh, we got the big shark, and that one was actually a pretty decent rate as well. I've done about 3,000 sharks, so that's really, really good. And now it's time to cook to finish this chunk out. I need to get 80 cooking so I can cook the sharks, so let's start with all of my tuna. Ooh, I got a genie while cooking, and that genie marks the first ever level just from lamps on this account, and that is going straight into Slayer. There is level 2 Slayer. Honestly, lamping becomes like a million times better as soon as you get level 2 in a stat, so that is awesome. 76 cooking coming in. I have finally finished my tuna and I've moved on to swordfish. And guess what? There is 80 cooking, so I can now cook shark. I don't think I'm going to cook all of my swordfish and shark for the moment. I'm probably just going to keep 80 cooking and just cook more food in the future when I need it, because I already have so much food, and swordfish is pretty good food for my combat level. There it is, on the first shark. I thought I was actually going to burn it, but I didn't. So that is lovely. That is the chunk complete. It has taken me about 9 days in-game time to get all of this done. Fishing, even just the tuna and swordfish, isn't the best experience an hour, so yeah, it's taken me a little while, especially fishing the sharks, where I have nearly 3,000 of those. It takes a while, for sure. So about a 200-hour chunk. Not bad. As you can see, I've added Karumja into my chunk rolls now, and I have 7 possible rolls. Honestly, out of everything, I'd probably like to roll Seer's Village the most, and probably like to roll the Ranging Guild the least. As the Ranging Guild seems like a death chunk to me. I'm going to have to get 99 range on like chickens outside the guild, and then you can buy arrow shafts inside the guild, which then means you have to use the feathers from the chickens to make headless arrows all the way to like 99 fletching, I think. So yeah, that sounds like it's going to take like a year. I mean, I will if I need to, but I'd rather not. Alright, time to roll it. Let's go. Ooh. White Wolf Mountain. Pretty sure that doesn't give me anything at all, because you need a mining level to kill the ice giants and ice warriors, or at least loot them without telegrab. And yeah, I could like range them from afar, but I can't get their loot and stuff, so it doesn't give me loot to actually go and, you know, use in my chunk, etc. So that does now mean that I can roll Tavali, which has Tavali Dungeon in it, which is definitely a death chunk, and also like the Birth of Tavali bit, where it has the Herb Cape, although I wouldn't be able to do that unless I roll the Tavali Dungeon as well, as that does require that part for the quest. There's some pretty bad chunks, pretty bad possibilities, but it also gives me like Warriors Guild, which only gives me the part of White Wolf Mountain, and another little bit of White Wolf Mountain on 7 and 8. So yeah, we'll just roll it and see what it gives us. I can kill the ice giant and the wolf in a second. Oh, I actually didn't realize, but it gave me the start of the fishing contest quest. So before I roll a new chunk, I'm just going to quickly start the fishing contest quest, and then that is literally all I can do. So I can't do any more than that. I am good to go. Right, let's see what we get. Ooh, Legends Guild. It has some mining there, but I don't have a mining level for it, because I think the lowest thing there is iron or coal. The only thing I can mine is copper or tin, and there is nothing else there of use, so just some trees and such. On to the next chunk, I guess. That one was kind of a dead chunk for me. Something for the future if I unlock mining, I guess. Let's roll the next one. I'm rolling a lot of chunks. I did not expect to roll this many chunks before I actually landed on one that is substantial to me, so I'm sure that will happen very soon. Okay, another one that's not substantial to me at the moment, but that is very scary. I rolled the Cathbury Docks. If I rolled 2 more, like 11 and the volcano, that is the good old Zuck Cape requirement. I don't know whether I would ever get that done with like really terrible gear, so I might have to, if it comes to it and we do roll it when I have bad gear, I might have to do a minimal gear requirement, as I have just obtained one on my group Ironman, and yeah, it took me quite a long time, and I had a bofa and everything, so yeah, anyway, it might not happen for a long time anyway. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to not roll it, but I might have to put some like type of minimum requirements in, or I just try it with what I have and see if it's possible, I guess. But obviously the docks didn't give me anything, so it is time to roll a new chunk. Surely we roll one that gives me some type of substance, right? Bro, there is no way. I can't believe it rolled like the tiniest little corner of this chunk that I could stand on. Like, I had to put it in there because it, is technically something I can get to. Let me just show you this chunk. So as you can see, this chunk literally changes absolutely everything to the account. This little, corner part of the square, very, very nice place to sit down and rest. We have got that unlocked now. Look at that. Wow. Okay, time to roll another one, I guess. Oh my goodness. The Warriors Guild. Okay, again, bro. All it has is part of the White Wolf Mountain, right? I can't actually get to the Warriors Guild, so again, it's just a little bit of land for me. I guess I will go kill the Ice Giant and the Ice Warrior, though, as I have to kill them anyway. You have to kill one of, like, every new monster in a chunk, so... Okay, I could just save spot this Ice Warrior from here, and he keeps trying to, like, de-aggro me, but he keeps walking away, so I can hit him from here pretty freely. And there he goes. 15 coins is my drop, not that I can get anyway. And the Giant gave 117 coins. Okay. So it's time to roll a new chunk, right? There's still nothing I can do. Let's get it going. Obviously, it did tell me on the chunk picker here, as you can see, that I could get like a mithril mace and stuff like that, but that would be if I could actually loot these monsters. I can't, so it has to be backlogged. Time to roll another chunk. Let's get it. I can't believe it. Like I said, I'm turning into Livermore, dude. I haven't rolled my Sears chunk, and it's been there for ages now. Not quite as long as his, but it still had a lot of chances to be rolled, Oh my goodness. Witchaven Dungeon. Oh, dude. Right here, it has a smoldering stone. Starting in the Camelot, bro, you would never have got me to think that I'm going to have to be grinding a smoldering stone anytime soon. But it could have happened on 2 of my chunks. It could have happened on Cathbury Dungeon, and it happened on Witchaven Dungeon as well. I didn't actually realize there was so many close grinds like that. My best in slot weapon is a steel weapon. I think it's a steel longsword from a hobgoblin. And I have to kill hellhounds. I don't know how easy a hellhound would be killing with a steel longsword, but we'll figure it out. I'll get this done. I think this is probably the longest chunk we're going to have been in so far. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look. Okie dokie then. Witchaven chunk goals. This one is a long one. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is hobgoblins to start in Witchaven Dungeon. I will use these to get some early seeds and stuff, and they also drop the big boy seeds, which are Torstal seeds, and these require a cheeky 85 farming. Then we also have ogres in this chunk, which also drop those Torstal seeds and a bunch of other ones we can train with. So as long as we're killing these monsters, we're going to get seeds, we're going to get XP, and it should be fine. Although these ogres also are needed to be killed for a longbone, and that longbone is a 1 in 400, which isn't too bad really, especially because they drop big bones and I'll be able to get protect from melee soon enough, and then they're just going to be easy. I'll just flick melee, even with a steel longsword, you know. Although they do also drop the curved bone, which is a 1 in 5k, so I'm going to have to kill a lot of ogres, and by a lot I mean a lot, at least 5k probably, right? If I go dry, could be killing a ton, but I need to kill a ton anyway for seeds, so it is what it is. I'm gonna probably get the curved bone while farming seeds. Sounds good. And then the final monster in this chunk is a hellhound, and hellhounds have a smoldering stone drop. Normally a smoldering stone isn't too bad because you can get it from like Cerberus or something, right? But when you're trying to get it just from a hellhound, it is a 1 in 32,768. And again, all I have is a steel longsword to kill these hellhounds. I will have protect from melee though. It's just going to take a long time, and I'll have to flick melee, I guess. I'm definitely going to still do this. I'm not shying away. I'm down for this, but I think this is technically what people call a death chunk, as it's going to take an extraordinary amount of time. I honestly have no idea how long it's going to take me, but I will get it done, and we'll get it done piece by piece, and you guys will be able to watch it the whole way. If you want to, obviously, if I haven't scared you away with the first episode. So, let's get into it. I am going to trade Vanessa, and I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of buckets, and we're going to have to do our super compost arc for a bit. Once I've done a bunch of super compost, I then should be able to start planting early herb seeds from hobgoblins and start leveling up our farming. I can buy pineapples from the charter ships, and they're super cheap, right? So then I just use the pineapples in the compost bin, and then 15 of those, you get 15 super compost. You get XP for taking the super compost out of the bin, and then I'll get some XP putting it on my patches every time and stuff as well. I can even double compost, use normal compost and super compost on top of it for even more XP, especially at the early levels. Works pretty well. I can buy normal compost from the shop, or, you know, use weeds to make normal compost as well. Alright, here we are. So we are unlocking the Witchaven chunk, and we can run down there to the dungeon. I'm going to kill some of these hobgoblins, as they do give me my best in slot weapon. It's going to take me a stupid amount of time with this iron dagger, but I want to see if I can spoon a early steel weapon, and then that will help me kill probably men and women for some XP to start. And then once I've got some XP from men and women, I'll come back here and start getting herb seeds. That's the plan, I think. I have a lot of food, right? So I don't think food's going to be an issue. We should be gaming. Oh my goodness, it's not a steel weapon, but it's a iron sword. That's plus 3 melee strength and some extra, attack bonus over the dagger. So I will take that. That is an upgrade. Okay, so hear me out. I've got a plan. I got an easy clue when fishing. I kept dropping them until I found one that I could do in my chunks. I have about 4 or 5 easy clue steps that I can do within my chunks. There's a couple in Camelot Castle, Cathbury, maybe even one down near Giant Bats. So there's quite a few different steps that I can do, which means if I drop this easy clue, they have done a recent update where clues can be on the floor for an hour. So I don't have to worry about picking this easy clue back up for an hour. Every time I bank, I'm just going to pick it back up. I'm going to leave it in the bank. And then I'm going to kill men and women while trying to get more easy clue steps. And if I can get 3 or 4 easy clues, I'm going to send it and see if I can get it done. Easy clues are 2 to 4 steps. So the safe way would be wait until I have 4 steps. But I'm very impatient, and I kind of like living on the edge. So I might do it in 3 steps as that's the average. Probably a stupid thing to do, but we'll see when we get there. And let's send more men and women for XP while trying to get some easy clues. Another easy clue scroll, and it is Lumbridge Swamp. Okay, we don't need to do that one. I'm probably going to have to drop a lot of clues, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, men and women are pretty good XP and have some decent loot. I'm kind of enjoying this. This is not too bad right now. I'm having a good time. I've got a lot of runes, getting my prayer level up. There's 18. And herbs and stuff. It's pretty decent. Okay, is this the easy clue of dreams? Port Piscarelius. Oh man, that's close. It's a rollable chunk, but not one that I actually have unlocked. Okay. 38 strength coming in. I've actually been putting in quite a shift on these men and women. I am 20 attack and 20 defense as well. So, we're getting there. This clue is Wizard's Tower. Okay, I've had a decent amount of clues before this one. I'm not going to record every single one I get, but yeah, decent amount now that haven't been Cathbury, so maybe I'll get one soon. Oh my, that was actually quite soon. That was about 30-40 minutes since the other one that I dropped, so that is big. That's the Cathbury house. Another clue, and another one I can't do. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Wait. I can do this one. Okay, that's 3 steps that I can do. Oh man, now I have the conundrum where do I just send 3 steps or do I wait for a 4th? That one's right there in Camelot Castle. I can do that. I think I'm just going to send it with 3. It might be a bad mistake, but I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how it goes. The clue it gave us was Varric East Mine. I mean, it could give us one that we could do here as well to guarantee the 4 steps. So we have 3 extra chances if it's a 4-step or, hopefully it isn't, right? It'd be funny if I can't do it for you guys, not for me. Purdue's house. Okay, let's go. And is it a 2-stepper? It is not a 2-stepper. Okay, that one can't be done either. It's a Varric. This is where I get a little bit nervous, but it's going to be a 3-stepper, right? It's definitely not going to be a 4-stepper. Camelot Castle time. Oh man, as I'm coming up to this castle, I'm getting more and more nervous. Please just give me the casket, Mr. Sir K, mate. I'm Sir Camelock. You have a knight at the round table. Yes. Oh my. Mate, I should have just waited until I got 4 clues. That was not worth the risk, bro. And I have no idea why I did that. As soon as I did the first clue, I was like, this is a mistake. But I guess it wasn't a mistake, and I'm happy. But I probably shouldn't have risked that. Okay, casket has been obtained. And let me just speak about easy clues for a second and explain to you why this could, literally, in the wise words of Settled, change everything. So the drop table of the good old clues has so many awesome items. One of those items that I really, 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 really would like is a black axe. It has a drop rate of 1 in 36, but you average roll 3 items in a easy clue, making this a 1 in 12. So if I could luck out and get a black axe, that could be a huge key to my master plan, which I'll be enacting in the next episode. Obviously, if I get an axe, otherwise it's back to the drawing board, maybe some more clues or some more thinking. But also, there's other good things. It can give me my best in slot weapon in a black longsword, giving me some best in slot armor, a staff of air, which could unlock magic training. Alright, all of this time has been spent on this casket. I actually think I got spooned my clue steps, I'm not gonna lie. I think it took in total maybe 20 hours playtime, which is pretty low considering I was very slow at killing men and women with low stats at the start anyway. So yeah, we're gonna open this up. I did only get 2 steps from men and women, to be fair. 1 was from fishing, but either way, let's see what this casket gives us. Come on. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was that was garbage. I couldn't have asked for a worse casket. All of that building up, and we got a Guthix Mage 7 Trout, which I definitely needed, and 33 air runes. Yeah, I think that will be where I end this episode. And I think I'm just going to log out and go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this first episode. Give it a like and please comment down below if you're enjoying it so far. I've been having a blast with this so far, with this account. I didn't think I was going to get as addicted as I have already. And yeah, I spent over 200 hours for this video alone. Hopefully it came across well and you guys enjoyed it and you want more. That casket at the end was kind of depressing, but actually, I'm pretty sure it's given me a really, really good idea with those air runes that it has given me. So, next episode, we might have some theory crafting on our hands and a way to efficiently kill hellhounds, maybe, and not have to sit in this chunk with a steel longsword killing them. We'll see. Okay. Thank you to all of the channel members. You are on screen right now. You are absolute legends and you help this channel so much. I am a pretty small content creator and, you know, all of you guys supporting me, it means so much. Do consider subscribing if you're newer to the channel. And I'll have another episode out in not too long. And you'll see how the account has developed. If you made it this far into the video, you're absolutely amazing. And until next time, see ya.